Hey everyone, it is Susie. I hope everybody's doing good. I have just a little bunch of stuff here that I want to share. I've just been working on some little projects lately. I probably will do a little craft with me on these, maybe, these little journals in these envelopes. And I used Tracy Fox's the Sketchbook digital on these three here, on the four, and then I had some leftover paper from the little journal tote that I did, and so I used up some papers here. This is Artymaze's Butterflies in Blue, so I will link that in the description box. Also, like the little word definitions here that I have, they are actually tags, and I got them from this shop right here on Etsy. And anyway, she had several kind of definition tags, but I bought the garden definition tags. Now, it is a digital download. So anyway, let's jump in, and I'll just do these little envelopes. Now, these are I actually purchased a box of envelopes from a thrift shop. Oh gosh, probably, well, it was before all the coronavirus ordeal, so it's been a little while ago. And so I thought, well, I'll coffee stain some, or tea stain some, and just see if I can find some little projects to make. And I actually started out, I was going to do like the envelope journal, you know, where they kind of tuck the envelopes in, and then I thought, no, I would rather make like little gifts, because that's just something we don't do very often, and we always need something little sometimes for a coworker or something, so I just thought that would be a fun little gift. So what I did is I just, of course, you know, used some of the paper here. I grabbed a little, this is off an alterations tag or the garment tag, and I just used it for a little closure. Now, you can't, of course, make this very big or use very many papers for your little journal, because, you know, it's just not going to fit. Anyway, so what I did is I just took and tore some of the wording out of the paper. This here I actually copied on some stained graph paper. So it has some of the little lines in it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe not. But it has some of the graph lines in it, because that is what I did. That's what caused that. Here, of course, I did do the stitching. I just stitched the few pages in, because there's not really very many pages on. Took and fussy cut a little butterfly and put it on the cover as well. Really love the Butterflies in Blue. Really, really like that collection. And, of course, I just used some of the little age masking tape there. And here is just a little booklet. And I've just made it with some little like note paper, tea stained note paper there. And it's just, you know, I love these little one-time event journals. You know, you can even do them for the seasons, you know, spring, summer, winter, and fall. If you're not a big journaler like me, I have a hard time just finding time to sit down and journal. So I just don't do it. I mean, I love making the journals. I love to journal when I can, but it seems like I just don't have the time to really sit down and journal. So, or I don't take the time. I don't make time to do it. And so I love these little one-time event journals. And I could even do the, you know, the one season, you know, with just a few pictures and a little bit of journaling of maybe what goes on. I could probably handle that. So here is just another little booklet for journaling there. Just made that little pocket. And here's that graph paper. You can see it here. You can see the grids in it. And I just simply copied that download on there, that page. So, and then here is just another little booklet. Did a little collage, or well, it's not collaging, it's the paper that's collaged, and did a little masking tape there on it, and just added a couple of little sheets. These are really quick, they're easy, they're fun. And then they're just not time consuming. So anyway, there is that little journal, and it just tucks in our little envelope, and then just grab it. And how about that? I love these. These were just fun. I could have sat probably and just made these most of my day because they're just that quick and easy. And then this one, I've got actually the envelope going portrait instead of landscape. So I did the back, you know, the little tuck there. I did it going up and down, same way as the front. And now this one seemed to be a little thicker. I don't know if it's just the paper or what, but it feels a little thicker. But anyway, here is, I love this. Now these are off of the garden tags. So the nature and all the wording is from that shop, and I'm not even sure how you pronounce that. Alapa. So anyway, on Etsy. But they're tags, and so what I did is I just cut them apart. I just cut the words out, the definition part out, so I didn't really use them as tags. So same way, I just made a pocket, and then I grabbed, you know, and just made a little, they're basically the same. I just made a little booklet. And then I grabbed some of the pages and just went ahead and glued it to the page. Did some stitching around the image. Now, I believe some of these images I actually printed 2 to a page, so they were a little smaller instead of just printing them off on the 8.5 by 11. So here is a little journaling. So some of it will be the 8.5 and 11 by 11, and some of them is where I just downsized it and printed 2 to my page. So here is another little cute image. This was really a nice digital. This sketchbook was. I really, really enjoyed playing with it. So another little booklet there. And that's basically it. That is such a fun little quick project, quick and easy. I always like quick and easy. Okay, so anyway, there are the 2 little envelope journals. Okay, so here I've just made a couple of bag journals, and then this here is made from a file folder. And I was actually going to play with some file folders, and just, you know, just couldn't seem to get it together. I really didn't want to do just like the the altered file folder, you know, or the pouch. I wanted to, you know, just work on something different, but it just, you know, I got this together. What I did is I took the file folder and I covered it in like a twill or fabric, and I just cut it. This is all that the file folder is. This is every bit of the file folder right here. So I didn't even close it all the way. And then I do have, of course, I left the little tab here. And of course you can't see it with all the seam binding, but anyway, just created a little flap, and then this is just the page, and just made it look like it blended together. So anyway, just was doing something. Now I did copy these on, of course, my tea stain papers, and then this one I copied on just plain white paper. So that's the difference, and you can see the difference in how they came out. I mean, I prefer it on the darker paper, but, you know, but this is cute too. I just always, seems like I just enjoy that on the stained paper. So, and then this is just a little, whoops, I must have it draped over the page. This is one of her little, like the coin envelopes. Just a little journaling paper there. I'll get all that back together here directly. And then here I actually put just another little book. So this is just the paper. It's not a hardcover. It is simply the paper. And I just took a little aged masking tape and made it the binding. And just made it a little, kind of a little journal in itself. And I think I put 2 of these in this. So I just added some like little, maybe like tabs. This here has a little journaling paper in it, and one of the little pieces from the printout. And then here I've got the dragonfly pocket and another little place to journal. Same way, there's just like a little tab. You kind of get just like 2 journals in a journal. So that I just laid in the book. This is just a tag, and I just kind of did some stitching around it and such. Put that down a little. And then another pocket with another word. Now these come from the garden tags. I've just cut out the words is what I've done. And then just did a little pretty on the page there. And then here is the other little journal that I've put in there. And of course, here's the definition to beauty that was on the tag. And I may have to show you those tags so you'll know what I'm talking about. And then here is just another little envelope from the digi kit, and another little place to journal there. Okay. And then here's another, and all these are just little trifold pieces to journal on. And that just sets in the book, or in the journal. And then here is her little library card from the kit, and just some more journaling booklet. Another tag, same way, it's backed, and I've just sewn it. And then here, of course, is the back of the book. So, and then of course I did put a little Mod Podge on that. But anyway, there is the book. So anyway, I've really enjoyed playing with Tracy's digital. I absolutely love these. Okay, so this is my little, we'll do my little one. This is just my little one. This actually, I had a little flop when I was doing a few of the bag journals, just the plain ones that I put in the shop. And I noticed, and it's, I don't know, I hope nothing else went out like that, but I had noticed I had a couple of pages kind of cockeyed in it, and I'm glad I noticed it before I actually sent it out. It was actually the last one, and so actually I had to make another one to replace it. So I tore those couple of pages out, so it would have ended up being 2 sheets of paper, so I lost, 4 pages, or like 8 sides. So it's a little thinner than a normal, than my normal ones would have been. But I just couldn't see throwing the book away, so because of that. So I just made a small a journal with less pages. So here is just a couple of the images from the kit, and I just put them in the front flaps for journaling, little journaling papers. And then I did use some of the crinkled paper in here. And there is another little journaling card, or journaling paper. And of course this is Sagita's crinkly paper. I've put that tutorial in a lot of the videos, and I probably won't put it in this one, but just be sure and go to Sagita Coffee Stains and hit her videos, and you'll find that crinkled paper tutorial. I just absolutely love using it. I just find it so fun. It looks good, looks vintage. Added a little bit of the aged tape there. Here is some stitching that I've just done on the paper and then glued it to the page. Here is another one of these little, I just made a little journaling paper. I didn't make it a booklet. So, that just slips in there. Did a little collage. Of course, in this one I did use the ledger, whatever this is called. I can't even think of what it's called right off. Here is some more just little collaging. And here is another little journaling paper with the kit. And then here I've just used that little label and put some of the little words on it there, the numbers on it. Some more fancy little stitching there, little tag. Another little collage. There's this from that tag, and I still need to grab those so I can show you. Oops, sorry about that. My phone just went off. And there is that little envelope, and I did add a little label, a little spider label there. There is the library card, another little glassine bag that I've just stained. You can't hardly see it since I put the crinkly paper on it. And then here is the back. Added another little piece of journaling paper. Love, love, love these images. I just love how they come out on that stained paper. And then here is another little journaling card. Alright, and that is this one. And I see that my, I'm going to lose my battery here in a minute, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to grab the, those tags so I can show them to you. And be right back. Okay, so here is the tag sheet I was telling you, the tag printable. And they're just little tags is what they are, but I have just cut, you know, all the words that I've wanted out and the definition. So that's kind of what it looks like. Okay, so now for the last one. Now I will probably call this one, these will be in the Etsy shop, I will probably call this Nature, and this one will be called Beauty, so that you'll know the you know, there'll be a difference there. And then of course this I will just call it the, I'll probably call it the Sketchbook gift, envelope gift journal. And this one I will call Butterflies in Blue gift journal. And this one, of course, will be the Sketchbook file folder journal. And that's how those will be listed in Etsy. So this one here I really had fun with. I did put a little twill on the, or whatever this fabric is, like a muslin, on the spine, and then I wrapped some of it just around the book and put these vintage porcelain mother of pearl buttons on them. And now I actually did this this bag exactly like I did the easiest journal I ever made tutorial, where I showed you how I sewed that journal. This is done the exact same way. I simply took two signatures. The only thing I didn't do was sew something down the middle. So, but it has a wider spine then. It gives it kind of that squared spine a little bit. And anyway, I did it the exact same way. I just sewed it in and sewed it in. And then put my thing on it, put my fabric on the spine. So, pretty easy actually. This here I've added just I've sewed a couple of pieces of paper together here for a journaling, little journaling spot, and I put 2 of them in here. So there's two little journaling papers for you to journal on, setting in the flaps. And of course the bag is tore. I want you to see that. I'm not gonna, that just adds character. Just adds character. So here I've just did a little collage, and then here is some of the paper there. Now, you know what? I think I told you wrong, because I believe that this is the one I actually printed 2 to a page on, not this last one. I think that was all printed on 8.5 by 11. I think I told you wrong. So here's just a little collage with some of the masking tape that's been aged. Here's another little collage with the definition beauty. So this one here I have basically collaged quite a bit there. Here's just your little journaling, a little journaling booklet. And another little piece that I've just sewed around from the digi, and then added garden there. Let's see, I'll put that over the page. And this is just one of those, one of the tags from the digi, and I just cut off the, you know, your points for the tag. I just cut them off and made it kind of a little journaling spot there. And then here is the second signature starting. This here I just made a little flip book. It's just got a couple of pages in it. Another definition there, flower. And there is another little image. I just stitched around it. Here I've added some of the crinkly paper, and that's part of that tag. Here is some more just little journaling. I guess you'll journal on the back. I took 2 of the images and just put it there, and you can journal on the back sides. And then here is another little envelope. The little envelopes went together really well too. You know, when you cut them out and fold them, they fit really nice with each other. Not that I think you would get anything less from Tracy Fox. She's very, very good at what she does. Love, love, love it. And then here is just another image, and here I've just kind of fussy cut a couple of butterflies and just did like a little collage with some of that crinkly paper. And then here is the very back. I've kept the pocket there, just added another little booklet. Put a little of the age tape there where I seamed it. And it just sits in that back pocket, and that is my little beauty paper bag journal. So anyway, guys, that is the fun little journals. Just wanted to do a little share. Just been working on some little projects. Like I said, I will probably do a craft with me in the next week or so. Probably put one of these together on a video. So anyway, have a great day, and thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.